Hey guys, you're with Tesla Tom. Thanks for joining us on Ludicrous Feed. I just wanted to read you a little comment here from one of my viewers, Luke Hutchinson, who commented, "Hey Tom, can you do a Renault Zoe review? They don't have a dealer in WA. Looks like EV adoption is going to be very slow," which is terrible. I agree, Luke, it is very slow here in Australia, but hey, listen, we'll get there one day, and we'll look back and say, how did we ever survive without electric vehicles? But in the meantime, I will do a Renault Zoe review. It's pronounced Renault, right? It is a French company, so I think it's pronounced Renault, not Renault. Okay, so on the Renault Australian website, it's a nice picture of the upcoming Renault Zoe. You can register your interest, you can view the fleet now. Here's a little quote from Carlos Ghosn, the president and CEO of Group Renault. "Electric vehicles form the only practical and affordable solution in existence today to our planet's transport-related environmental challenges." Well done, Carlos. I totally agree with you. As you scroll down the page, you can have a look at the picture of the new Renault Zoe, and it talks about the battery and the charging. It says full recharge in 3 to 9 hours, depending on model. That's pretty good. Driving range, the Kangoo ZE range is 270 kilometers, and the Zoe has a range of 403 kilometers. It says NEDC. Let's just scroll down here. NEDC is the new European driving cycle standard test used for comparing the fuel consumption of different models and manufacturers under the same ideal conditions. Both electric vehicles are being offered directly by Renault Australia to business and business to government customers only for the time being. Alright, so it looks like it's not available yet for purchase by the average person. It's only to business to government and business to business at the moment. So I've seen a couple of these Renault Kangoo ZE, which is a commercial vehicle. I think Australia Post has some of these, and I think Melbourne Water might have them in Victoria. Let's have a look at the specs. So this is the Zoe Life, and there's also the Zoe Intense. So I assume the Intense is the higher model. They both have 400 kilometer range. But I think in reality, just judging from my own electric vehicle, which is a higher, advertised range than what it actually can do in real life, I reckon 400 kilometers is probably more like 300 to 350 kilometers, which is still not bad. Full recharge in as little as 3 hours with 22 kilowatts. 7-inch touchscreen multimedia navigation system, 3D sound system, and the 15-inch Michelin Energy EV tires. The Zoe Intense has a larger 16-inch alloy wheel. It's actually a pretty small car, I must say. It looks like a 2-door hatch little thing. May not be big enough for an average family, arguably. This is the Kangoo ZE vehicle, 270 kilometers, even less. That's 120 to 200 kilometer practical driving range. 4.6 cubic meter load volume. Rear parking sensors, cruise control, speed limiter, 4 airbags, hill start assist, ABS brakes, audio system with Bluetooth, MP3 and USB inputs. I mean, 120 to 200 kilometers per day for a commercial vehicle, I must admit it's a little bit low, and if the charging is 22 kilowatt, then I'm not sure if many companies would want to wait 3 hours to charge their car. Maybe they've got a fleet of them which they can rotate through, but then again, is that commercially viable? I question. So back to the Zoe Life. There's some pictures as well down here, so let's have a look at this one. So like I said, it's a little 2-door hatch design. Swipe for more. Let's swipe for more. The interior looks reasonable. Looks like something you'd find in a current Renault or maybe even a Golf, I guess. That's sort of standard of vehicle. Pretty standard controls there. There's that little multimedia screen up in the top right corner. The dials and the dash looks pretty analog for now. Scrolling past, the charging port looks like it's at the front of the car, much like the Nissan Leaf at the moment. And there's a side view of the car. See, that shot looks a bit different to the previous one. Let's just go back here. Yeah, see that must be a different model, unless that's the current Renault range, and then they're showing the electric range here in this shot here. Anyway, that's what I can see. There's that touchscreen again, and that newer look center dash. And look, this the drive console is sort of more digital than that previous shot. So that first shot must have been the current the gasoline or internal combustion engine range. There's the happy couple looking happy in front of their house with the car charging. And there's the Kanga, which is the commercial model. So that's interesting. I mean, it's nothing very, flash, but it's good to see that this could potentially be, cheaper or more accessible to the average person on the street. Let's have a look at how much it costs. There's no real indication of how much it costs here, but what I can do is go back to Google and let's type Renault Zoe. Is that Renault Zoe price? Australia price. Here we go. Here's a little blurb from the website caradvice.com.au. They often review cars. It says the Kangoo Maxi ZE is expected to be priced at just over $45,000. These prices exclude on-road costs too. As an aside, the Zoe's pricing suggests any hopes of the larger 2018 Nissan Leaf hitting Australia for less than $50,000 may now be dashed. Okay, let's just have a look here at their website for caradvice.com.au. So it says the pricing for the Zoe will be $44,000 for the Life model and $45,000 for the Intense model, which is the higher model, and then the Kangoo Maxi ZE, which is the commercial one, is $45,000. So this article was in 2017, I believe, which is interesting. It's 25th September 2017, and we're now in June 2018. So almost a year on, it hasn't been released to the general public yet. So I guess $45,000 for a little two-door hatch is still reasonably expensive, I've got to say, and might still be a bit out of reach for the average person, considering you can get a Toyota Corolla for a lot less, and even a Prius, I think, it's at the same price, and you get more room as well. So that's interesting. Well, look, it's good to know there's more range as well. It's still going to be cheaper than the Tesla Model 3, which, if you watch my other video, it's more around the $60,000 mark at the basic model. So for $44,000, you can get an electric vehicle, albeit a small one, but it's cheaper than the Model 3 from Tesla. Let's just see if there's any other information about the Renault. There we go. March 2018, first Renault Zoe sold in Australia. I think this is the one that's sold to, Melbourne Water. That's what I was saying. So, as the website clearly indicates, it's being sold to commercial enterprises at this stage. And this article says there's a 41 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery pack with a 300-kilometer range. Let me think about that, because my car is 70 kilowatt-hour, and I can get about 300 real driving range. So the maths is not quite right there, I think, at this stage. Fast charging, 70 kilowatt, which is 35 kilometers worth of range per hour, which is about right. So I guess we need to probably have a better look at what the battery pack is. If it's 41 kilowatt hours, I think you'd be struggling to get 300 kilometers. I mean, on average, you can get about 5 kilometer range for each kilowatt hour. So you're probably looking at a real world range of about 200 kilometers, I would dare suggest. Which, again, is not bad. I mean, for average city driving, that's more than enough. I don't drive 200 kilometers per day. And with electric vehicles, you can charge overnight, don't forget. So you get a full charge by the start of the next day. This article keeps going to say that, look, the Australia Post has got the Renault Kangoo ZE, which is the delivery van. So look, exciting times. They will come. There's the Australia Post van. Alright guys, well that's my little reaction video to the Renault Zoe and the Renault Kangoo. Interesting. It's nice to have some more electric vehicles to add to the market, alongside the Teslas and the Nissan Leafs. Look, we just got to keep waiting. They will come. There will come a time where there'll be so much choice, you won't know what to do with yourself. But at this stage, gasoline still rules the market here in Australia. But our time will come to shine in the sun, literally. Well, thanks for watching, and hope you're having a great day wherever you are. And as always, happy charging. Hey, thanks for watching, and thank you for helping us to bring the electric vehicle revolution to Australia. If you've enjoyed our videos, please take a moment to hit subscribe. We would really appreciate it. If you're close to buying a brand new Tesla, then lucky you. Use one of our promo codes on screen to unlock special goodies from Tesla. Happy charging!